keep a lot of things in my bra. I'm also highly likely to have a wardrobe malfunction because I keep a lot of things in my bra. Credit card, pen, literally if anybody needs it. Thank you for the introduction, Megan. You've actually taken away the whole of my first card, but I forgot that I kind of wrote my introduction, so I should have done that, really. As Megan said, I'm known as Mama Clarke. I've heard that so many times today. Hi, Mama Clarke. Everybody says it. I love it. This is where I am, Mama Clarke. As Megan said, I work as an intensive care nurse. I don't quite know, there's some of my friends in the audience here, I don't quite know what they call me there. I kind of just love this because it gives me a bit of a different identity. So it's nice to be standing up on a stage in a different environment. I speak a lot as a nurse, and I'm usually speaking about stuff like ventilator-associated pneumonias and invasive hemodynamic monitoring, and the audience are not quite like you guys. So it's really nice to be up here. So, I have made a promise not to swear.
No.
How are we going to do?
I can already see Brady's look, right? It's like, don't, please. So I was trying to do that at yesterday's Leadership Summit where I also spoke and I wasn't too successful. But I am really, really going to try not to swear today. So I'm going to talk to you today about avatar training. Has anybody heard of avatars in this sense? So not all of you, that's good, that's really good. So at convention this year, I had an aha moment in one of the sessions. The training is not new, it was the first time it was new to me that day when I heard it. So actually I know that Sasha's done the training and I know that Brady's done training on this, so I just thought I would bring it back to you because for me it was a total aha moment. So one of the main struggles for me, starting social media at my age, was that I got quite worried about being judged, about offending people, about people not taking me for who I was. And that's still a worry for me. I'm a people pleaser, right? I like people to like me. I don't want anybody to be offended by what I say. And we put ourselves out there on social media to a place where we are making ourselves vulnerable, making ourselves open. This is really hard to hold cue cards and a microphone at the same time. So this concept that I'm going to teach you today had an almost immediate effect on changing the way that we work. So I'm going to talk to you today about how you can help define your target audience, find your perfect teammate, change your whole mindset approach to naysayers or to people who don't approve of what you're doing with this business, help you create a list of topics to post about so that you're not constantly thinking of the next makeup look that you can do, and ideas to increase your friend reach. Does that sound like something that's going to be helpful?
Woo! Yes.
That was the right answer. Well done. Really, really good. Alrighty, so what is the #1 mistake that we make in social media or in this business? Does anybody know? I don't think there is really just one mistake. There's not one answer, but there's only one on my screen today. So it's trying to be everything to everyone. Trying to hold yourself back, trying to make sure that what you're posting doesn't offend anybody. What if they don't like it? What if they're watching me and they don't quite like that? So that's not just in Unique. That might be at work, it might be at home, it might be the supermom when you're trying to go to all of the activities. And you might have a tendency to worry if there's people out there that don't think you're all that, right? Is there anybody who's never felt like that? Right? You do a live, you might worry. What if so-and-so is watching me? What do I mess up? What if they don't like it? So instead, we're going to focus on those that most need what you provide. I'm going to teach you some ways to hopefully not worry about the rest of them. So I'm going to get you some pointers, and we're going to help you find those people that really need and want the things that you have to offer. So how are we going to do that? I'm going to create a target market with an avatar, and I'm going to tell you what an avatar is. Just want to break off sideways. We had a chat going before we started with this, of the speakers at the event. Brady's been doing daily Halloween looks, and she offered to make me up as an avatar. So I Googled what avatars wear. You see the blue avatars from the Avatar movie? Yeah, that's not a lot, is the answer. They almost persuaded me to buy the Avatar outfit, which was just like a skin-tight suit with a loincloth. And I almost bought it, because that's how I roll. So, and I also want you to help to accept that you do not have to connect to everyone. You do not have to be everything to everyone. It's okay to learn to do with that. It's okay to learn to be okay with those that don't need or want what you have to offer. So, first of all, what is an avatar in the terms that we are speaking? So, it's a reflection of your ideal perfect character that is a version of you. And I'm going to go more into this. So by creating this avatar, you already know what they want. You know what they want to hear. So in creating your avatar, I'm going to go through some steps here. So really you're creating an imaginary person that you're going to speak to when you're doing your lives, that you're going to speak to when you're making your posts, and they're going to be a direct reflection of you because you can only be yourself. So I'm going to bring up the points one by one here, and then we're going to just take 5 minutes for you to take some time to think about what your own avatar looks like. And then I'll tell you what my avatar looks like, and they're not going to be the same. Nobody's avatar in this room is going to be the same, which is awesome, right? Because we're all individual. So we'll go through some examples of these afterwards, but you're going to give them a job title and a description. I'll tell you about mine afterwards. We're going to look at their demographics. Where does your ideal person, how old are they? What sex are they? What are their family dynamics? What's their situation and their income? What's their hobbies and interests? What do they like to do? What are their pain points and struggles? This to me is the most important part of this. Because in this business, what you want to do is find a problem for people and help them find a solution for it, right? So we're not there about selling, we're there about sharing, we're there about building some genuine relationships. And maybe it's the camaraderie of the team, maybe it's some issues with skincare. We're not just talking about customers, we're talking about teammates. We're talking about people that might watch and never buy. But what are their pain points and their struggles? What are their goals in life? What do they want? What do they want to achieve? And what are their objections? So what is holding them back from maybe trying this business? What's holding them back from maybe buying for you? And this particular person that you're aiming it at, what media do they use? What social media do they use? How do they like to party? You know what I mean by that, really. All right, so because you're not going to find them in the places that they don't hang out. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well, because I can guarantee my avatar is probably hanging out in a different spot from a lot of your avatars. So we're just going to get back. Did not nod. You were doing great. You were doing so good. So we're just going to take a couple of minutes. I think you all have a notepad and a book. And I want you to look at these points and just have a little think. So this doesn't have to be a direct reflection. This doesn't have to be you you're talking about. What does your ideal teammate look like? What does your ideal customer look like? Who are you going to be speaking to when you're doing your lives? Who do you want to capture? Because if you're speaking to just those people, the others are going to become way less important to you because they're not your audience. They're not the people that you're aiming to get to. So just take a couple of minutes and I'll just hang out on the stage, find out what's in my bra. See what's happening. Kind of automatically, but not really fine-tuning it. You'll hear me talk about the joys of having 50-year-old eyes that move when I put eyeshadow on them, that don't stay still like the young girls, about skin problems, about Safety Dave, right? And I was married. Very happily married sometimes. If anybody follows me, they'll know that that's one of the things I post about most, right? I have a hashtag with my husband. People get to hear about the stupid things he does. He kind of knows. He's like, okay, that was a post, wasn't it? Yep, that was a post. So, all right, I'm going to go on now to show you my avatar and to kind of give you some examples of how I've done this. So, where's my... Not, oh God. Sorry. Really went and I've got you. All right, this is my avatar. So I don't know who she looks like. She's just kind of, it's a direct reflection of me. This is Sharon.
Oh.
Wait.
Got two, oh. Yeah, stay like that, okay. So this is my avatar, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about her and go through her pain points because it might just give you some ideas. So Sharon's 55 years old. She's still working outside the home. She's super busy. She actually works in an accounting office. She's got 3 kids that are all adults. They're all left home. And so Sharon is getting to a stage in her life. That was a nod. No, that was one nod. No, what? Yeah. So we'll move on to some of Sharon's hobbies and what Sharon likes to do. She likes to bake. She likes to share her bacon quite a bit. Some of you might have eaten Sharon's bacon today. At the back. Just as an aside, your avatar really does not have to be an exact replica of you. You can create your ideal person, but the closer she is to what you like, the more genuine you're going to be able to be. Right? There's no point me creating an avatar of a 20-year-old with perfect skin that knows everything about makeup, because I'm not going to be able to relate to her and I'm not going to be able to be her. So she likes baking and cooking for her family. She likes potlucks. She likes potluck recipes, but she would never just share a link, right? No, she posts a picture of what she's made. She finally has some time to focus on her health, to get herself in shape, because she can feel age coming on pretty quick here, and she's realized that it's probably time she started to really look after herself if she wants to age gracefully and painlessly. She likes camping, she likes skiing, and wants to start doing a few more of those. She really likes seeing her friends, but they're all pretty busy too. They're still working, some of them still have friends at home, and she's looking for just, a little bit more so that you can enjoy this newfound freedom. So some of Sharon's pain points are she's not liking quite so much what she's seeing in the mirror just lately. Maybe she's never worn makeup before. She has no clue what to do. And when she goes onto YouTube and looks for some ideas of what to do, she's faced with a whole swathe of 20-year-olds that but every time she tries to reproduce what she's doing, she's not able to. So what pain points does your avatar have? Do you have skin problems? Don't hide them. There's somebody out there that has the same skin problems as you. You have hooded eyes, there's somebody else out there that has hooded eyes. It's about trying to find some solutions to the problems that they have. Maybe she wants a little bit more money. She might be supporting those kids through college. For my lady, she might like just some spare money to be able to do some of the things that she does. But she certainly needs help with skin, with makeup, and with some laughter in her life. Always needing just a bit of help with that, doesn't know what to do. Trying to maybe wonder whether she needs to keep her brown hair or go grey. Going grey is the solution. It's not as easy as I say. All right. So, what does Sharon want? What are her goals in life right now? She wants a bit more freedom. She really wants to be having a bit more fun now, and she wants for sure to be going on some more vacations, but she doesn't have quite enough money to support that lifestyle. So something that's going to help her have some fun times and vacations. So I am always talking about my newfound vacation love, because before, up until I found Unique, I genuinely was a camper because that fitted into our budget. Been on more planes and more trips since I joined Unique than I have ever in my life. As Megan said, I've just got my second incentive trip, just been to convention for the same time. Woo! Thank you. As I said, I didn't have an option not to do it. Safety Dave thought it was done. What dates do I need off again? He said to me this year. I'm like, not everybody ends that trip, right? Yeah, but you do. Thanks. So, yeah, I just have been traveling a lot more. And so my fans are noticing that. They're beginning to say, you've gone on another trip. How are you doing that? Well, I'm working my business. The other thing I hear all the time is, you're so busy, how do you fit this in? Right? You need to be showing those and posting those things. And I'll post, I'm so busy, which I am, I'm not making it up. But I can fit this in around it because it's fun and it doesn't work for me, right? It doesn't feel like work. So Sharon really likes to laugh, she likes to have fun, and she's gonna see me doing that in my job. It's in my kind of work. So what objections might Sharon have? You approach Sharon, first thing she's gonna say is this one, for sure. She doesn't know how to take a selfie. That can be an adventure, right? It can be a concern for my avatar. What's your avatar? She might be perfect for selfies. That's great. Go after those people. That's what you're good at. Well, she's still pretty busy, so that might be an issue. She's just getting some freedom, so does she really want to add something else into this? Or is it going to be able to give her the freedom to do some more? Technologically, she's incompetent. And I share that quite regularly. People know me, people that have followed me from the beginning. We were laughing on my break. My team are called the hot flashes. I'm attracting people that are like me, right? My pink sailor's Tammy over there, we were laughing on lunch because we were told this morning that if you know how to copy and paste, you can do this business. That excludes a lot of people. And I think I'm still teaching her how to cut and paste every day. How do I copy that link again?
That's hilarious.
Like, can you write it down this time?
Can you push?
So, what are the pain points then? You need to be talking about those things. You don't need to be putting your perfect life out there. Like we heard this morning, you don't need to be a negative Nancy, but you don't need to be, people need to kind of hear about it. And I'll often start my lives by saying, oh, imagine 2 years ago I didn't know what my brows were, let alone how to do them. So that people selling this, well, if she can do that now, maybe I can do it later. So from technology, Sharon thinks Facebook is really out there. She's on Facebook and that's really trendy. Right? If I can do Facebook, I can do anything. And then she joins and realizes that there's this Insta thing, Ram, right? And then she hears people talking about Vines on TikTok and she's out, right? So I'm not going to find Sharon on TikTok. I'm not going to find her on Vines. But she might like watching them because she'll be super impressed if she sees me post a TikTok because she'll think I'm like God. Right? So that's pretty good. So the reason that your avatar needs to be like you is because you just need to be yourself, right? You cannot pretend to be somebody else. You can't create an avatar that is so different from yourself that you're having to fake it. And I don't believe in the faking it till you're making it, right? Not necessarily, because you can come across as being fake, but there's no newsflash about this, right? People want your authentic, real you, and they want to see you. And there are people out there like you, and if you haven't found them yet, we'll come up with some ways that you can maybe do that. So, yeah, there'll always be someone that you can annoy. Mine's my upline.
Not all the time.
No, not all the time. Most of the time. So just be yourself and your audience are going to come. So I've got a new concept here. This was not in the presentation, but for me it became really apparent, and this was my really big aha moment. Not just creating my target audience, but being able to find a sense of relief and a freedom when somebody who I'm not quite there for doesn't like what I'm doing, or even if they're not saying it out loud, I'm worried about them, right? So I'm gonna, we'll talk about that. So an anti-avatar, I've just made this term up, is a person or a group who are the opposite of your avatar. And I'm gonna show you my two big anti-avatars at the moment. So if you know what your anti-avatar is, and these people decide to unfollow you, it's going to give you a sense of relief. Because if they're unfollowing you and no longer watching you, thank God. Right? Because now I can be even more myself. There's more room to be me without worrying about what they're thinking about. That was the aha moment for me. That was the point where I thought, God, I can feel relief if I see the unfollow, if I can see my VIP group go down. That means that a couple of people left that weren't me, they weren't my target audience, because if they were, they'd still be in there. And see it as making, so just see it as making more room to be yourself without fear or judgment, and more room for more avatars to come on in. The more you surround yourself with the people that are the people that you want, the easier it's going to be to not worry about comments. Has anybody ever had negative comments on a post? Okay? They're not your avatar. They're not the people that you're aiming yourself at. So just relief. All right? When you get somebody like that, there's one more person that you don't need to worry about. So let me just introduce you to my two anti-avatars. These are real people. They're very real people. This is not Safety Dave. Safety Dave he's not my avatar, but he's a huge fan. This is my brother, Jamie. And Jamie doesn't like MLM schemes. Jamie likes to mock me quite frequently. He's not on social media. his wife is one of my avatars. So she loves to show him stuff that I do because she thinks he's going to be excited. And Jamie, when he next speaks to me, he lives in England, but when he next speaks to me, he loves to mock what I've just done. And I told him last week that if he mocked me one more time, I would put him in my presentation. And he said, if you put me in your presentation, I'm going to make a Facebook account and I will troll you. And I said, bring it on. So he doesn't mean anything. He thinks he's joking. He thinks that a cruise is a great idea for a cult because we can't get off the ship. And he just generally mocks me and then sounds really surprised when I said, I'm going to put you... He said, what are you up to next weekend? Well, I'm talking. Oh, for the cult? Yeah, for the cult. Okay, what are you talking about? How to rope people in and con them? Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So, he is an anti-avatar. He's not even on social media. And at one point this upset me. I've had some tears over this. Or I'm like, God, I don't want to post because what if his wife shows him another post and then he thinks less of me? He's my brother. He's not going to think less of me. He loves me. Right? And from that aspect, I don't care. He's out. Not my avatar, he's not my audience. I don't care what he thinks about this business. He's not paying my bills. The guy on the right is my son. He has a girlfriend. He's quite cute, isn't he? He never always had that hair. He had straight hair when he was little and it just kind of grew. And luckily he loves it as much as we do. So this is Max. Max also doesn't like MLM schemes. Because, yeah, he just doesn't. And he will also mock myself and Megan at every possibility that he can. And so he is blocked from my social media. He is. Woo! He knows that he's blocked. It's no surprise to him. I told him, you're blocked. Well, why am I blocked? Because you keep mocking me. Well, I'm not mocking you. I'm just, just don't agree. That's okay. We don't agree. You don't have to agree with me. You're not paying my bills either. So we spoke about the 3 F's earlier. These people become harder if they are one of your 3 F's, and we're not talking about feel, felt, or found. Does anybody know what they are?
Yes.
Okay, you might have heard me speak before, right? They're not feeding you, financing you, or fornicating with you.
Oh, woo!
Their opinions don't matter. They're not paying your bills. But that's when it gets hard, right? If the person that's not supporting you is one of those 3 things, you're still going to have to learn to just block them mentally. Mm-hmm. They're still not going to stop you from achieving your goals. So does that help at all?
Yes.
Right? Feel a sense of freedom. So they may not be 100% behind you. So I can post any of these pictures on social media because neither of them are there. But it might get back to my brother. And I don't think he'd know how to set up an account, but anyway. So the joy of all of this is that if you're focused on your target audience, those that you are not speaking to become way less important for business purposes. And you can actually, just feel a sense of freedom and relief when you kind of do that. So they don't love MLM, they don't love what I do, but they love me. And that's not going to change. And it's certainly not going to change any opinion if I stop. They would actually both be devastated, I think, if I stopped and they thought they had anything to do with that, genuinely. They're seeing it as fun to mock me. It's okay, I'm used to it. Constantly get mocked at my work. All right, so where are we going to find these avatars? So we are going to, there are lots of places you can find them. So this is how you're going to increase your reach. You know that people that you're after, where are they? So Facebook groups. Seek out some genuine interests that you are truly, truly interested in. Don't go randomly joining Facebook groups and then posting about Unique and wondering why nobody speaks to you in there. So those hobbies, those interests, that's where you're going to find them. So you're going to look up some Facebook groups, you're going to ask genuine, non-unique questions, you're going to get involved in those communities. Affiliate links and parties. I am having huge success with finding people of my age because they suddenly see them, right? You might be asking a 20-year-old to post. She has grandmas, aunts, and uncles. That is uncles. Maybe not. I'm posting pictures of me, and they're seeing that, and they think, oh, that looks interesting. She's not like one of the normal girls. She's not a model. So they might click on my post, and then they're messaging me because suddenly they feel a bit more comfortable. So don't be scared of posting it. Setting up your social media profiles to reflect your interests. So if your profile doesn't say what your interests are and what you like, then you need to change it. So when you go to your Instagram, when you go to your Facebook, at the top there's that section. Don't be hiding. We don't want any undercover presenters, right? People are scoping you out because they've seen you in live or seen you on an affiliate post. They should be able to go there and they should be able to see, oh look, she's a grandma, she's a mom, she's a foster mom. She likes to bake. I think I might have something in common with this woman. So they're able to do it. So make sure your social media profiles are set up to reflect your interests. So no undercover presenting. And then using hashtags. For this, because of my age, this was a new concept to me, to how to search hashtags. I know what hashtags are. I'm told that I shouldn't use them in a text.
I text
all
the time with hashtags.
Using hashtags, so how to search them. So when you're on Instagram, I have created some new hashtags. Create hashtags that you use constantly, that people will see them and think of them. Hashtag Safety Dave. Hashtag Tag Your Mamas. Hashtag And Your Grandmas Too. Right? Come up with something that is showing those things that you do and use them frequently. Use hashtags in your posts so that people search for them. You can find hashtags that might relate to your avatars in the top of, on Instagram. I know they have kind of trending, they have the top searches. You can look and you can find groups. You can see which are popular. Choose a few that you use constantly so you're showing up in those groups and people might be tempted to come across and see. And then if you're not undercover presenting, you might be kind of showing up, right? But you're not posting about unique in those posts. You're not going in the dog page and saying, hey, I sell mascara. You're going in the dog page maybe with a selfie of you with your dog with amazing lashes on. Right? It's more subtle than that. So just posting generally about anything that you want to do. I did not. So you do not have to be posting about your makeup all of the time. The biggest posts that I get typically are, does mayonnaise belong on a salad? Yes. Yes, it does. If you do not think mayonnaise belongs on a salad, it's because you haven't tried it, or because you're very strange. I post a lot about getting lost, which happens a lot. I therefore get tagged by people if they see a post about somebody getting lost, or about mayonnaise, or how to say Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Repeat after me. Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Not Worcestershire. I get tagged all the time in posts on how to say Worcestershire. If I have a guest on my lives, which happens a lot, the last thing they do before they go home is have to say the word. I hold it up in front of the camera, they say it. Do some things repeatedly. Let people know I put knickers on my head in my lives because it keeps my hair out of my eyes. It's a true story. Very true story. My guests now wear knickers on their head. They bring knickers. You post about knickers, all right? It's true. So just think really hard about creating your own target audience and stop worrying about what everybody else thinks because they're not paying your bills. Thank you.